Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. And this one is going to be against Ryuko, another random person offline. So I am using the same team that I've been using the past few games. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see what she is using. And it looks to be a pretty interesting team there, pretty strong looking. So what do I want to lead with here? Good question. I don't know, actually. Kind of a tough one. Yeah, that is actually a tough one. I don't really have anything that matches up super well on a lead here, no matter what way I cut it. So, I think I'm just going to lead with the Frostmoth, since I don't have any better ideas. And we'll see how that works out. So there she is, and she led with the Seismitoad. So that's not terrible for me, actually. Hopefully if this thing is special, I can tank hits from it. I think I'm just going to Quiver Dance right out of the gate, try to get a boost, and see how that goes. She's going to go for a switch right away into the Duraludon. So there's the Quiver Dance. That is going to give me that +1 special attack, special defense, and speed. So I think I am just going to hit this thing with an Ice Beam to see how much damage I can get with +1. I know this thing is much more physically defensive. It actually outspeeds me, so that sucks. But after the +1 special defense, I take that reasonably well. It's going to take some Life Orb recoil. Then I'm going to fire off an Ice Beam in return, and that is going to blow this thing away. So that's a nice start to the match. So that is going to knock her down to 5 Pokemon. So nice start with the Frostmoth. So now she's going to come in with the Chandelure. So this thing is going to be special as well, more than likely. It could be Scarf. Could outspeed me even without the Scarf, maybe. So I don't know if I want to switch out or not, being at +1. I do kind of, although it does look like it might be worth saving this thing, so I think I'm just going to go for the switch into the Hydreigon, since I do resist both the stab moves of this thing, so I'm going to save the Frostmoth for later. And we'll see what she wants to do. A Flamethrower. So that actually did quite a bit. So this thing might be Choice Spec, actually. So that did about 1/3 resisted damage. So I am Choice Scarf, so I should outspeed this thing. Even if it is Scarf, I have to lock myself into something. Probably not going to stay in here, I wouldn't imagine. So I think I'm just going to go for the Draco Meteor to try and nail whatever she switches in with hard. So there's the switch, and here comes the Seismitoad. So I know this thing is pretty bulky, but it shouldn't like a Draco Meteor unless I miss, which I just did. So that sucks. Okay. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Now what to do? I kind of want to... I don't want to just stay in and die, because I am Scarf. Being Scarf is useful. So I think I'm just going to go right back into the Frostmoth here. see what she wants to do now. Go for a Stealth Rock, that's fine. Get the entry hazard set up. So, probably not going to want to stay in here again. I think this time around I'm just going to go for probably an Air Slash to get some damage on whatever she decides to come in with, or even if she decides to stay in with this thing. Nope. Going to go for the switch into the Chandelure again. So, going to Air Slash. That should do some pretty good damage. I have max special attack, and that does do, with a critical hit, over half. So knock this thing down to about a third, which is nice. But I know I can't stay in here unless I just want to go down, which I kind of don't. So I think I'm just going to probably switch the Hydreigon back in here again, since I do resist both of the stabs. So just kind of coming in circles here. But we are getting worn down a bit as well. So I do take the Stealth Rock damage, and there's the Flamethrower again. And that will knock me all the way down to about a quarter health, and I get burned, so that sucks. And I take some burn damage, knocking me into the red, so luck definitely not on my side at this point. I don't want to miss again, so I think I'm just going to Dark Pulse. Maybe she stays in this time around. Yep, she does stay in, so that's actually really good for me. So Dark Pulse will definitely eliminate this thing. So it might have been Scarf, actually, since she was thinking maybe she would outspeed me, but I am, in fact, Scarf myself, so I will outspeed. And so that is going to knock her down to 4 Pokemon, and I am going to hang on after that burn damage. So not too shabby. So we'll see what she wants to do now. Go into the Serena. So there's really no point in switching out for me because I can't survive another Stealth Rock switch in the damage. And I don't have a way to remove hazards on this team, actually. So I'm just going to stay in, hit this thing with the Dark Pulse as hard as I can. And it does about a quarter, so not terrible. And she's just going to obliterate me there with a Play Rough. But that is okay. That's going to drop me down to 5 Pokemon. Not too bad, though. So, I think, what do I want to come in with here? I think I might just want to come in with the Toxtricity. So that is what I'm going to do. And I do take the Stealth Rock damage, no big deal. So I can't freely Volt Switch thanks to the Seismitoad still being a thing, but I can actually go for a Boom Burst here, max special attack, and Punk Rock ability boosted, which should hit anything she switches in extremely hard. And gonna go for the Indeedee. That's interesting, actually. And Psychic Surge is gonna come out. So that is going to set the Psychic Terrain, and here comes the Boom Burst. This should do a lot of damage, and it knocks this thing all the way into the red, which is great. And then I'm gonna get some Black Sludge HP recovery. So I don't really want to stay in here because, well, maybe I do want to stay in, actually. I don't know. I am max HP, so I should be able to take an attack from this thing. Although, it might be useful to keep this thing healthy, so I might not want to take that attack because that will drop me very low. So I think, and this thing, I think is a special attacker. I think I'm just going to switch in with the Aegis Slash here. I should be fit to handle anything this thing wants to throw at me. And I do take the Stealth Rocks, no big deal. A Psy Shock is on the way. And that is not going to do, well, actually that does do a little bit more than I thought it would. That'll leave me about 2/3 health, so not too bad. I can't Shadow Sneak thanks to the Psychic Terrain, but she might be aiming to switch here anyway. So I think I'm just going to go for an Iron Head. Yeah, so there's the switch, and she's going to switch in the Hawlucha to take the Iron Head, so that's good for me. And there actually goes the Psychic Seed to boost this thing's special defense. So it is up on special defense. So here comes an Iron Head. We'll see how much that does to this thing, and it does a truckload, knocks it into the yellow. And because this thing is not grounded, a Shadow Sneak should hit it and should take it out here. So it is enough to take it out, so that is awesome. That's going to get rid of that Hawlucha. Would have been a very large threat potentially if allowed to set up. So that's going to knock her down to 3 Pokemon there. So the Indeedee is coming back in here. So I don't know what exactly she's planning, but in blade form, I know I actually can't really take an attack from this thing. So might have a Shadow Ball on the way or something, not sure. But I think I'm just going to switch in the Barraskewda, which doesn't have the best defenses, but should be able to take at least 1 attack, since shouldn't be going for a Psychic or normal stab boosted move. I do take that Stealth Rock damage and a Mystical Fire, actually. So actually that worked out really good for me. But that is going to cut my special attack, doesn't matter. That's it for the Psychic Terrain. That'll leave me at a little less than half. So I think I am just going to crunch here, play it safe, no reason not to. She is going to go for the switch, wants to preserve the Psychic Terrain set into the Serena. So the crunch will do good damage actually to this thing, and I do get the defense drop, so that's nice. And I do take that Life Orb damage. So yeah, this thing can't take another attack, so I think I'm just going to do a Psychic Fang. I should definitely outspeed, which I do. So a Psychic Fang will take this thing out, and that will drop her down to 2 Pokemon, and I take more Life Orb recoil damage. So looking pretty solid here. Gonna switch in the Seismitoad. So I think I'm just gonna stay in and get damage on this thing. Guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I'm just gonna go for the close combat to hit this thing as hard as possible, since I know I can't take an attack. That is going to knock this thing into about 1/3 health, so that's nice. It actually gets a crit, so there is a little bit of luck on my side. So that is going to leave this thing really softened up, and then just going to go for an Earthquake to finish me off, but that's no big deal. The damage was done with the Barraskewda, Finn Balor, so that is good. That'll knock me down to 4 Pokemon, but that's fine. Gonna get some leftovers recovery on the Seismitoad as well. I guess it doesn't really matter what I come in with here. I think I'm just going to come in with the... I don't know. I should be in good shape either way, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I think we're just going to come in with the Frostmoth and see if maybe we can't close this thing out with this thing, and I will not take that Stealth Rock damage thanks to those heavy-duty boots. And then we're going to go for a Bug Buzz, which will hopefully blow this thing away. Oh, but he actually does outspeed me. That's interesting. Hits me with an Earthquake. It is not enough to take me out. I survive with about 1/3 HP. Go for the Bug Buzz, and that will knock the Seismitoad out. So that will drop her down to just 1 Pokemon. So that's good. And her last Pokemon is going to be the Indeedee, which is going to go ahead and set the Psychic Terrain there on the battlefield. So this thing will probably outspeed me and probably take me out, but that's okay. No reason to switch at this point. See what she wants to do here. Go for a Shadow Ball. Well, I am max special defense with Icy Scale. I might be able to survive that, and I do. In the red with 19 HP. Frost Moth putting in the finest of work there. Goes for the Bug Buzz, and that will finish off the Indeedee, and that is game. So, we're going to get the win there, 4-0 against Ryuko, but that was a fun match. Take the league card and quit. So that was a good game. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.